Yeah, we are back. We are back, and we
Well,
have Netflix and Chilwell up in the second place in the table. What's your rank? Your world rank right now?
I am 25K 400, so 25,400, which is
I mean,
definitely the best I've ever been this late in the season.
Out of
So
how
that's
many managers total? Let's remind everybody. I think, what is it?
10
25 million?
million.
10
I think
million?
I
there's
think
like
it's
10 or
11.
11 million this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And then at the top of the table, FPL American Richard, he's at 17K. So it's a nice pace up at the top. And we have, I mean, it's still pretty tight at the top. Apps, you're 5 points off. Um, Mr. P's been a little less hot as of late, but he's still hanging up there. He's 10 points off the top. Austin, you're in the mix too. Go
a lot of
down.
movement up top. The top four have been taking like shots at each other for the past 5 weeks. So
I just took
Yeah.
like 3 to the chin. I'm dropping like a rock out here.
yeah. Also, before we start, just wanted to shout out the hat.
Oh, man.
This is a
Yeah,
throwback to
Going again?
2017
Shout
when
out to Shoddy.
Logan absolutely murdered Austin on the pitch
Crazy. That is a crazy shout out, too, bro.
in my hometown of Philadelphia. So, and Stanford women are playing. I have them on the side right now. They're also getting stomped by Florida State. So
Unreal.
it's that time of the year. But yeah, congrats on the loss, Austin. That was a pleasure. I actually didn't play, so like I'm just a shit talker.
And Shoddy. Don't forget Shoddy. He's also in our league.
Was he on that team?
Yeah, Shoddy
Yeah.
was on the
Oh.
team, bro. That was
Shoddy.
Shoddy's last year,
My
I believe.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. Sorry, Shad. Anyways, I mean,
That's gonna be on the next
Shoddy
one.
is Shoddy's fantasy team has definitely cooled off recently. But yeah, really, it's anyone's game. You know, you got to go on a run, and at the bottom, Duke of Erling. That 1 week still that's still haunting him. B Sant had just a horrid week. I'd like to look
A
at this
record
real
low.
quick.
Be Sam.
I mean,
He's gonna catch you if you keep up with this.
Not a bad team though. Oh my goodness.
no, just no
Not a bad
returns.
team
I
at all.
mean,
Yeah, literally. I mean, Saliba Walker. I think having Walker's, I like it. I don't think many teams have him. I think he could definitely produce. The rest of the squad's looking good. I think a little bit starry-eyed for Liverpool with Szoboszlai. Absolute baller, great player, but FPL, he's never getting in my team. He's never getting in my team.
He's the like Conte-esque like
Nah, I mean,
player,
he score some
player
goals.
that's like super influential for the team.
Okay, there you go.
But
Yeah,
does not produce any points. Like
agreed. Absolutely agreed on that.
Would you sign him on your actual team? Yes, on your fantasy team.
If we were talking the Hoosiers, I don't think he would make the squad. But no, I mean, Conte, no, I wouldn't unless it was budget buy. But Szoboszlai, I mean, you're talking actual team.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going real life to fantasy life right here.
Absolutely. But I mean, a team best 11 in the world, like Conte in his prime, I think could sneak in there. But I'm gonna go with more attacking. Honestly, I don't even need him.
Yeah.
Also, Jean-Luc played his wild card. Me and Austin helped him out, and we just totally screwed him over. We had him drop Solanke, who scored. We had him drop Grealish, who scored.
Brutal, bro. Foden. He wanted Grealish. He had Foden, and we said drop Foden. Yeah. Risk. Apps probably. Would you have said drop Foden on the wild card this week?
Drop. I mean, I know Tottenham and Man City always score goals, so like if I had him, I wouldn't drop him. But you got in the right midfielders, so like I can't complain about that. Like Diaz will produce next week for sure. So.
Yeah, I picked him up in my squad as well. It was disappointing. Salah could have squared one to him easily for a tap in as well. Not easily, but Salah could have seen it.
All right. Let's take a look at apps. Tell us about what's going on with your squad right now. This is how you did last week. Looks like you had a solid one.
Also, shout out Luis Diaz's dad for coming back. Good for him. That was a tough run when I had him, but he still played and scored, which was the moment of the season for me so far. Yeah, so this week I shouldn't have benched Lascelles. I don't know why I played Matty Cash. That guy is an absolute bum. Like by far the worst fantasy pick I've ever had in my life. But on the flip side, Kudus, baller. Like picked him up
Dude,
2 weeks ago. He's just been
crushing it for you.
producing. He's been the difference. Honestly, he's been my differential guy. But other than that, I was super scared with this solid captain. I don't know why I did that to myself as a City fan, but Holland could have had a hat trick again. Could have had 3 assists again. We'll get to the referee decision later, but
yeah, that was a great call. I did enjoy that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the score lines that day, it was crazy. Like, what a day of football. That was just total football. No defense, total football.
And shout out too for the Liverpool fans at BSAT. Those Liverpool goals were unbelievable. Every single one.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was some good watches. Those matches were all really good. Lots of goals flying around, lots of fantasy points being earned. So Abs, are you willing to tell us your transfers, or do you want to keep it under wraps until the
totally
deadline?
I totally am. Especially for Rich, just because I know he's listening to this for sure. My plan is to do absolute shite this week. I'm definitely gonna push it because my team looks really good. Let me show.
Get that pick team button going. Let's go.
So right now, I think I already made the changes I want to make, but Johnston and Gahey against Bournemouth, I'll just take that. That's great. Backline looks really good. Taylor been unreal so far. So my defense was the point of emphasis, and I'm just gonna stick Cash on the bench like last spot. So that's fine. I'm probably gonna move him next week. I wanted to go Gabriel this week, but I don't really need to if you look at my team. And then team of the week, team of the year, these guys, the classics, and then Kudus has just been unreal. I think he'll score again or get an assist. So
yeah, Dingra on the bench instead of Kudus. I think that's a interesting call. I like it.
Yeah.
Some people are so fixture, and I fall into fixture traps all the time. But Tottenham, I mean, they let up goals. They have a high
level. They're leaky. Their offense is also great. So they're just a game to target, I think, for everybody right now. West Ham has a pretty good attack too. So I'd take that. Watkins, another guy I'm like, I don't know, honestly, but I'm just going to leave him in because he's been unreal this year. So yeah, that's my team. Not much going on. I'm looking at this button quite a bit right now.
Really?
Wow.
We'll see.
Wow.
That's a
for Salah against Sheffield. So shite.
100%. I mean,
go well.
Austin Trusty, my absolute guy, great guy, good friend. But they're gonna get absolutely spanked by Liverpool. The only worry is that they rest Salah because they know they're gonna win by 4 goals. So
that's fair.
Salah did not score.
He'd be pissed if they rested him.
Yeah, no, Salah
did not score last week. So
Klopp gets told by Salah when Klopp needs to rest.
Hey, do you think it's obvious to captain Salah over Haaland this week?
I think so, but it's just because of Sheffield. It has nothing to do with Haaland at all. I said in the chat, he's probably going to score 9,000 goals this week, but it's just the one chance that Salah could just go berserk. So
did you ever have any fears that Haaland could be missing 2 games or something with the ban? Like Van Dijk got one.
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, Man City just has inside men, and we don't get.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that
out. For literally anything, they're like, he brings us too much revenue. They bring us too much revenue. Let's just say they're good every time.
Yeah. Also, I think Van Dijk refused to leave the field, which is a little worse. So I think there is some context to that, but we do all know that City's paying the refs. Just kidding though. Let's talk about that beautiful advantage. Dude, what's crazy? He had it up. He had the signal up, and he let advantage go. Then why did he? Was it offside? Do you think offsides and immediately called?
He played advantage. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And then
that is the crazy part.
It was definitely a split decision. He made his mind up probably at right before he passed the ball that he was never mind. But I mean,
as Richard pointed out, it's the same ref that's done all the shockers. It's
Yeah.
Man, that guy
I mean,
must be on the
I've
hot
said
seat.
it before. I'll say it again. Being a referee in this sport is probably the worst job you could ever have. Like
Brutal.
other than being close to really cool players, you are just on the chopping block every week, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't pay me enough to try to do the center ref job. Like, oh my God.
Oh, that would be brutal. All right, I'll go through my squad real quick. Austin, you can jump in next. So Flecken, I was pretty happy about his fixture. He was at Luton at home. Luton ended up scoring a goal, which pissed me off. So that investment has just not worked out for me, really. I think it worked out like 1 week. Shar, Steady Eddie, I got him because he's in a good defense, and I know he's going to play every week. He actually is pretty attacking. Like, he gets up and set pieces, and then after the set piece happens, like, he stays up there. So I like that. He does
He
those
also
kind of
rips
runs.
bangers.
Yeah.
This guy.
And it's sometimes they'll get, like,
shoots everything.
sometimes Trippier will give him a free kick too.
He's like a throwback Logan Pancho. Like, if he gets the ball top of the box with a touch, it's going either upper 90 or 30,000 yards past the goal out of bounds. So he's the same type of player.
So he's going to stay in my team.
The latter, though, right? More often the latter of those.
Yeah. But it's worth it because they're bangers. They're bangers.
Absolutely.
Chris bangers only, you know. Gabriel, he's going to stay in my team. Arsenal asset. The Liverpool left back, he is going to get rotated soon. I think he might get rotated this week. So he is playing Sheffield, but I think he's going to do a cameo. So I'll show you my team later, but my gut is saying that he's played 3 full 90s in a row here. He's going to get this rest against the easier opposition, and then he's going to come back in this weekend. That's my guess. We'll see if I'm right. Yeah, we'll see. Salah, keeping him. Son, I'm keeping him until he leaves for his the Asia Cup or whatever. Gordon has just been a great budget asset as of late. Mbomo, he's going to stay in my team until AFCON as well, probably. So this was the most. I made the big call of dropping Watkins for Darwin. I'm not going to get too upset about it yet. We'll see how the next 2 game weeks go because it really was a 3-week punt for me. So we'll see how Darwin does against Sheffield. And then they have someone decent after that, I know. I think it's Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they've got a couple still.
Yep.
Yeah, Crystal Palace.
That was I think Richard said it best, very unusual from Darwin to miss chances like that. We normally see him bang him in. Well, he's got it in him. I almost got Darwin as well. I was really mulling that over.
He hit an absolute. I texted about it. He ran a 90-yard sprint, had a great pass from Salah, and hit it underside of the crossbar. So he's a combination of bad finishing and unlucky, which is probably the worst combo you can have as a striker. But he's bound to score.
Great fantasy asset.
But he's so good at everything else that he can do that and still be dangerous. And generally, it's kind of crazy.
I think he'll come good. The leash is short, but I'm gonna keep him a few more weeks. And then Alvarez, that's kind of my differential guy. I know a lot of people still have him, but a lot of people higher up the table in our league don't have him. They have Saka instead of him, which has been very smart. So that's one thing that really bothers me is the fact that I don't have Saka, as you said, team of the year. So I don't have Watkins or Saka. So Watkins will be coming back in eventually, and I need to get Saka in somehow, but I'm gonna have to rebudget. But I do like my squad. So how I'm looking, I did make a transfer already. It was in the defense. I brought in Porro. Just when I watch their games, I like how involved he is in the attack. And I think he's a good asset to own. A little expensive, but hopefully he gets me a few attacking returns. And I don't really expect a clean sheet, but maybe it could happen. I know Romero's coming back, so we'll see. I have the armband on Haaland right now. I just think, like you said, App, he was so angry. Like, that guy is.
Hey, when you're angry, you play your absolute best. I will stand by that. That man is furious. Also, the memes from his face are just hilarious.
Yeah, and I don't think Aston Villa. I think it's going to be a free scoring game. I don't think Villa's going to sit back or anything like that. So I think the captaincy. Sheffield is the bottom dweller, right? I think take your pick. I'm not certain on this. It could change tonight, but yeah, that's how we're looking. I
It's
have Palmer on.
captaincy. It's a hard.
Yeah, so my two lineup decisions besides the captaincy are Tsimikas for Pedro Porro probably, or I mean anyone in the back line. But I just think he might get a cameo. I think he might get taken off early, or he might come on, not start and come on. So I have him on the bench, and then Palmer, Gordon. It could be Palmer. I could see Gordon getting rested. He works so hard and he plays so much right now because all the injuries. And he's got a flag, so that's what I'm thinking about. But that's my team as of now. We'll see how it goes.
It's a very good looking team.
Yeah, I wanted to Watkins, how you left him too, real quick, because Apps, you kept him. Did you just the manager was just BSing, like, or did you just had faith and trusted the bench?
I had enough faith in my bench actually, to where like if he didn't play, it was fine. Like he would go in for, I think it was like Indigra or something, who I was like he might score, get a return. He's also just been so good this year. Like I feel like he's essential to their team. Like those star players, like if he is 80%, he will play like the whole game. So Kudus was also flagged, which was going to be a tough one because if he was out, then I was kind of screwed, but worked out. So Logan, I don't know how I'm surviving, and Austin, without Gordon and Mbeumo. I haven't had them in. I haven't had Gordon in at all. I haven't had Mbeumo in since remember when Austin, you kept him like a while back? I dropped him and I haven't had him back. So I don't know how that's working out, but
I mean, it's working out. You've just been
working out so far.
All right, Austin, go ahead and share your stuff. I don't make this too long.
All right. So for me, I'll just go straight into pick team. And I think it's just a super obvious captain choice this week for me. I'm going. No, I am not sure on captain yet. It's the same as everybody else. But I did bring in the Newcastle man, Dubravka. Just want to have him for a few weeks here. I think I'm sick of Areola not getting clean sheets. He's not going to get one against Spurs. The rest of my team seem good enough. So that was what I prioritized. We'll see how it pans out, right? Everton could bang one in. I think they're in better form than they used to be, of course, from last season. And they can score some goals too now. So we'll see on that. But, yeah, like the back line, like the midfield. I mean, I don't like Soufal really, obviously, but I couldn't change that one.
He got an assist for you, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He got a yellow card, though. Came in with the assist, 5-pointer. So it was nice, but it just stung more than ever then because he could have been on for 3 bonus if they got that clean sheet because they blew the clean sheet. So points are points, though, so we'll take that and run with it. He could maybe get another one. I just don't see it happening. But, yeah, I mean, I have Alvarez too. I have Saka. I'm missing Son, though. I haven't been on that train all season, which is a little silly, but also at the same time, he is expensive, right? Diaz and Isak, need them to come good. Those are my 2 transfers last week.
You got some good differentials in there. I think it's really just a few different attackers. I think most of the cores are the same. I think almost everyone has Salah and Haaland. I think Alvarez is kind of a differential for some people.
Trippier is a good guy to fit in, honestly. That's huge.
Yeah, he's raking in points. The bonus points is just almost a guarantee if he gets a return. So I kind of like having him, but it's a budget killer too. Kind of want to thin out too. I mean, I feel like Digne on the bench, right? He's 4.7. I could slim that down to another 4 and maybe upgrade to playing midfielder, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's crazy how different our teams are actually. Like, especially you and I, we've stayed up relatively to the top and like our teams are very different. So
yeah, tons of weapons, I think more than ever this year. They're in variation, I should say, because like always weapons, but like so many great options and price points now. So it makes it more exciting, I think.
Austin, you got to be scared of Son. That's got to be the guy where you're like.
I don't feel good about it, but like I said, I mean, the guy's a big own goal threat these days. I don't think I can put him up. But no, he got 10 points with an own goal. Like, come on, he's absolutely.
Imagine if he had James Madison still. Oh my God.
James Madison. That was kind of how I was still comfortable not having him.
Yeah,
Of course, I don't want Spurs players in my team. No, I don't mind that. I'm not that diehard about it, but I just think without Madison, I thought there was a chance that he wouldn't really have as many chances all the time. But the way Spurs play, I mean, it's just great top to bottom, I think, and they can make chances and let up goals still, but they're going to be attacking well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Well,
I'll leave it with one thing. As a City fan, if you see, what is it, tomorrow? It locks. If you see my captain armband on Mo Salah, it will be a triple captain. If it moves to Haaland, it'll be single. If it's on Salah,
oh my gosh.
So that's what I will be debating tonight.
Oh, this is the content people want to see right here.
Wow.
This is what you will be looking for at whatever AM tomorrow. So
we got chip talk going. Chip talk on the pod.
Talk.
No FPL YouTubers are talking about it, but Salah's hungry, and Sheffield is just an open window. So
nobody would be thinking that. Crazy.
That is tasty. All right, last question. All right, besides Salah and Haaland, who is the most essential fantasy player to have in your team?
Who do you think?
I mean, I think Starboy, dude. I think Starboy. Saka. Got to be in the squad. I mean, if you got him at 8.5 too, I think it's obviously a little harder, right? 8.9 now. But I think going forward, he's just always involved, always getting something. I think I like Isak a lot for FPL, but he's a little more,
He's not essential, bro. I mean,
I think
no way.
We have to pick our top. Are you saying who else could be? I think no one is. Saka or nobody.
Son, Mbomo.
I think
Trippier.
I'll leave it with this. I think it's essential to have at least 2 Arsenal players right now. That's what I'll say. I don't think it's any locks. Like, we saw how different our teams were, but you have to have 2 Arsenal players if you want to score in the next 5 weeks.
Defense.
I don't have 2 Arsenal players.
Because I can only see trust in Saka for offense because it's so well rounded. I think Odegaard maybe, but he's just come back from injury.
It's a one attacker and a defense. Yeah, for sure.
I believe Gabriel, or I mean, if Zinchenko's nailed the rest of the years, Zinchenko I like.
Stanford women's soccer down 5-1 in the national championship.
Oof.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I mean, just stop trying. Is that the cardinal way to just give up and just leak the goals?
Tough. Dude, I will say FSU is just so good. They look so impressive.
Yeah.
I think we're wrapping up the pod here, boys.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, right. Now we're bulling. All right, have a great week.
Go Hoosiers.